Hello and welcome. Now in this video, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take another Android development diagram to just clear some stuff that you need to understand very well before start coding. Okay, and here we have the first point where it says each XML layout file or layout comes with a Kotlin file. Okay, and we are using the Kotlin file to control that XML. So any XML file or any design file that we have in our Android project, it has a Kotlin file related to it. Okay, and we are using that Kotlin file to control that XML file. Okay, for example, what's happened when the button is clicked, or which video we will play, okay, and much more. So let's open our Android Studio and let's see that in action. So here we have the activity underscore main.xml. This is the design file or the XML file, and also we have the main activity.kotlin file. Okay, here we have this class main activity, and we are going to talk about classes in the few next videos. Okay, and here we have this function on create. Okay, and we have override function. This is now the override function. It's actually from the Android Studio. Okay, and it has a specific time to call. Okay, so this is the difference between our function and the override function. And our own function, we can call them whenever we want. Okay, for example, when a button is clicked or whatever, when something is happened, we want to run that function. But the override function is actually functions that come with Android system, okay, and they will call in a certain time. Okay, for example, this override on create function, this on create will run once or get executed once our application is running. Okay, so this is the time of this function. We cannot control it, okay, because it's from the override function. Okay, and there are a lot of override function. We are going to take a look on some of them later on. Okay, and here we have this line. Okay, just make sure or focus on it where it says set content view to r.layout.activity underscore main.xml. Now here, if we change it to something else, for example, the login. Okay, let me make it to the login XML file, ladies and gentlemen. This will be different case. We are changing the files. Okay, for when we create an activity, ladies and gentlemen, it will create the XML file and the Kotlin file and match them together. Okay, and here we are when we create this activity underscore main.xml. Okay, and it's all by default creating the main activity.kotlin file, and here it's match them together. Okay, so we can this line, it's the proof for that any Kotlin file, it has an XML file related to it. Okay, by this line. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and if you change it, then you are changing some of the rules, and you need to make sure or to be aware from this stuff. Okay, and this is how you can do it. And we are using the Kotlin file to control everything goes inside our XML file, and specifically we are controlling the views. Okay, for example, the buttons, the text, the images, the videos, so on and so forth. Okay, and how we change them, how we control them, we control them by some of the functions. Okay, so here we have this fourth point where it says each view has its own functions that control that view. Okay, now with Android system, okay, when you're adding a button, for example, there are some of the function that we can use to control that button. Okay, and Android system will provide us some of the functions that we can use. For example, with the buttons, one of the functions that we can use is the on click, and what is happened when this button is clicked. Okay, so we can use the on click, or for example, to with a text view, to set a text, we can use the .set text or .text method. Okay, for example, with the image, with the image view we can use the function that's called set image resources. Okay, and these are functions that it's come by the default with Android Studio. Okay, and each view has its own method, and we are going to try our best to make everything clear for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that was our video about the relationship between the XML file and the Kotlin file, and why do we need both of these. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to continue on in the next video.